Just felt a little inspired today. I wanted to give y'all a message. Do not become engulfed in a doctrine of captivity. See, when you forget where you come from, you can't recognize when you're lost. That you become so separated in your own personal wilderness that you don't even realize that you can't see the stop signs and the landmarks and the exits that you need to turn off onto in order to do what's best for you. Then you start confusing pride and faith. Faith has an expected outcome, and pride simply elevates you on a platform that's an illusion. It doesn't exist. None of the things that we give power to in our daily life, often it's illusions. It's illusions, and it's keeping us in bondage, keeping us in captivity. In order to have humility, you have to have unity. You need unity. You need to understand that there's something bigger than you and that you're not God. You know, there's a creator. There's something that gives you strength. You don't create your own strength. And you can have help from that creator. You know, look at the words humility and militant. Notice the similarity there. Notice that they sound the same. In order to have humility, you need unity with yourself and others. There's a direct correlation between self-love and how you treat others. See, some of you are caught up in pride and on a road with no true self-love. And you're so far out there that you're in a wilderness and you can't even see you're wrong. Can't even recognize you're wrong. You can't admit that you need to learn. You need to grow. You need to let your creator elevate you. See, you can't teach somebody that's not willing to learn. And we have to come to that point that we realize we don't know everything. You're never going to know everything. And some of you can't see any true hope, and you're still pretending it's okay because you're caught up in a doctrine of captivity. Our true blessings in life are spiritual. See, we think it's the houses and the cars and all these materialistic things, but oftentimes those materialistic things that you allude to being your blessings, those are your masters of captivity. Those things are keeping you in bondage and causing you to confuse pride and faith. Those are things that's keeping you from elevating spiritually. Those are keeping you in shackles and making you not realize that you really need to open your eyes to the needs around you. You need to open your eyes to love. You need to understand that you don't have it all figured out. Many of us are lost on our way. We're very confused. And we often think that bondage is success because that's our society. You know, we often think that the more we acquire physically, the more successful we are. But I'd like to say a bill must be broken to make change. Think about that for a minute. A bill must be broken to make change. You have to come to that point to where you're broken and you love yourself and you love others in order to make change. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to realize that there's a need for change. That there's a need for you to do better. And a lot of people think, you know, I'm doing better. We can't do anything on our own. We need others. We need God's love. It's all about that love. He gave us faith, hope, and love. And it said the greatest of these is love. Love is greater than any of your problems. But don't confuse pride and faith. Don't get too confident. Because when you're confident, look at that word again, con, C-O-N. You're conning yourself out of getting your blessing. You are missing your blessing. Look at contentment. Again, you're conning yourself into becoming stagnant spiritually. So this season, I encourage you to look to the needs of others. The greatest way to be blessed is to bless somebody else. Look around you. Don't get caught up in the me, my, for, no more mindset. Love somebody else. Do something to somebody. And just take a look at yourself and realize I'm wrong. Sometimes we're all wrong, but we can all have grace, forgiveness, and we can all get back up and keep going. Don't be hard on yourself. But humility is important to not get caught up in a doctrine of captivity. So in your day-to-day life, ask yourself, is this liberating me? Or am I creating my own enslavement? Or am I so far enslaved because I can't remember where I came from that I'm defending that which is enslaving me? See, you can't forget where you come from. You have to use that faith as a steering wheel. Because if you don't, you're going to forget your past. The only way to use that past for motivation is to remember when you were given grace, how you were given grace. Remember what allowed you to change. But don't walk out in that wilderness, and don't fall to a doctrine of captivity. You need spirituality, not religion, not routine. Don't be captive. God bless.